right? And
Yeah.
we agree that he didn't want to suffer. We both agree now, okay? He did not want to go through this,
Hmm.
right? And the reason why we agree is because Jesus was human. Okay, that's why we agree. Okay, the entire time we're reading the same thing. Okay, he's praying to who? The Father, right? Does he want to suffer? No.
No,
Okay. Does God suffer?
no, God cannot suffer. No.
Okay. So, but I would read this because they teach us this in Catholic school. It's not something that they're hiding, right? They teach every Christmas we got to go through, or Easter rather, we got to go through this stuff in Catholic school, right? And they teach us these
It's
type
a
of things.
beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, right. And I would be confused about this part here because it just wasn't making any sense to
Why?
me.
Why?
Because you're saying that you believe that Jesus is God, right?
And fully human too. Yes.
You believe Jesus is God, correct?
Yes. God incarnate. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Not
If
taking
Jesus
human
is
side out.
God, so let's put this. Okay, let's put this in words that you can you can understand. Okay. So he, meaning God, took with him Peter, took with him, meaning God, Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful. Who is sorrowful? God.
Well, but you're not including the human side though. But you're not including the human side though.
I'm not including
Why not?
because there is no human side to God.
Hold on. But the thing is, what you're doing is this is where I find contradictory what you're saying. Because
Go ahead, tell us the contradiction.
if you're taking it from Islamic perspective, I understand what you're saying. I will not argue with you one bit, because it's like, oh, if he's God, because we don't believe that God can become man and he doesn't have the power to do so. It's not befitting to him.
He is praying to the Father. He is asking the Father to remove the cup of suffering, right? He doesn't want to suffer like a human being. All these things we are 100% agreeing with. We are in full agreement with all of this.
By you taking his
And
humanity.
I am saying this is evidence that he is not God. If he is praying to the Father, if he is asking the Father to remove the cup of suffering, if he is feeling sorrowful, and when I asked you, does God get sorrowful? You said no, and then you said, well, that's not the divine part, that's the human part, meaning that is not God.
There's also things that you've just mentioned, like this passage, for example, that speaks of Jesus complete, and it displays Jesus' humanity in full glory, because you see the fear, you see all of that. So it's not God pretending to be human. That's a real, actual human nature, because that's how most human beings would.
That's a real human nature, because Jesus was human, bro. Like up until now, right? You have actually divined you actually been saying what I'm asking you very clearly, right? Very pointed, direct questions, and you're agreeing with me, but you still insist on the opposite of what you agreed to, and then you're telling me that I'm the one who's rejecting. I'm not the one who's rejecting.
Explain.
Did the divine die? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, so who's the one who's denying the divinity then? Right? If the divine didn't die, then what died?
Is human nature.
Okay, thank you.